already went through 8 subjects before this.
8 subjects. That's how you cold open a podcast right there. You do a lot of warming up to the guests before we get on the air, get them nice and comfortable. You're not in the studio. This is the first time you're in said studio.
Yeah.
My guest today, Marv, a.k.a. the chef of Dark Harbor.
We made it here.
We made it.
I was just a humble maze guy, man. I'm over here doing podcasts for you and stuff. This is crazy.
Dude, it's an honor because, number one, you were a fan of ours.
Yeah.
And that, like, to me was a huge thing because I remember we were talking about it before we went on the air.
Yeah, one of the 8 subjects.
One of the 8 subjects we talked on the air, but like we talked about like that night when we met for the first time in person, how I was with Tall Guy and I thought you just wanted a photo with Tall Guy, and then you're like, no, like I want a photo with both of you. Like,
you too, man.
So that was really cool, and like I was telling Marv before we went on the air, like I'm not used to that kind of reception still. As long as I've been doing this.
Same, because when you asked me to say something, I bombed. I was like, you're cool.
Dude, I remember the first time we interacted with you was for the Friday the 13th event.
Yeah.
And you were kind of working the press area, really, really like being the face character. Like for you, that was kind of the first big call up.
That was crazy. That's the only time I was happy, like fitting a description.
Yeah.
Right? Because a star hit me up for it, and she was like, "Yo, have you ever played the chef before?" Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "No, but he's awesome. I'll play him." And that was. And then now seeing like character artwork of him and stuff before I even existed.
Yeah.
And seeing how perfect, I was like, wow, it's me, you know? So,
absolutely.
And I love how Dark Harbor kind of makes the character you a little bit. They're like, hey, just do you, create what you want with him. And that's what I've been doing with him, man. So I'm just roasting people now. Because when I first met you, I didn't know what I was doing with him.
Not to mention, but like, regardless like of that, like where I've seen you with the character, just the look alone. The makeup crew does an incredible job.
Oh, that's Jerry, man.
Yeah, Jerry's real one. Jerry's gonna be on the podcast real soon.
Please, she's amazing.
We were supposed to do one, and then we didn't realize we scheduled it on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh no.
We were like, yeah, we're gonna both cancel because like I was gonna go to a party. I think she got a gig and she had an opportunity to make money. I'm like, go make money.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely go make money.
Yeah, go paint. What's that called? Footballs on boobs for that day. You know what I mean?
Go freaking pay your bills, man. Like I understand that. Like you gotta do what you gotta do. But Jerry is an incredible. She's an OG. She's been there for years, and she loves the event. And I believe she's like one of like, if not the head.
Yeah, she is. She is. She's the.
Yeah, she is the head.
So she deals with all the icons, which I still have issues calling myself that. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I guess I'm that guy now. I was just a clown in the maze, man. And maybe if I get an opportunity, I'll take streets here and there. Well, but you know, like
that's what's cool about the chef is like we've gotten 2 iterations of it where we have like Ernie playing the
young
start,
yeah,
the origin story, and then we have. We fast forward today, and it's now you.
Yeah, I'm jaded, and I hate rich people.
Yeah,
you know, so
you've been through it all. Like you've tried every freaking types of flesh there is out there.
And you know what? Vegans are the most delicious. You know, they have the sweetest meat. So, according to real cannibals, carnivores actually have bitter meat, which is why even as people that don't eat people, we stick to herbivores, right? Like cows, deer, and stuff like that. Because carnivores have bitter meat. They're processing all that food.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know why I stuck in the character for a second.
No. That is something I believe that you would actually want to research going into a character like this because this character is a cannibal.
Yeah, well, I found out that all the other icons did their research on the... on their characters, so I was like, I guess I have to go read now. I guess I just have to, and it was just me YouTubing like POV videos of kitchens and chefs, and just like seeing the repetitiveness of it, and kind of like channeling my own job into him, because like I've been doing my day job for like 18 years now, and you do get bored, so you kind of push the envelope, and that's what the chef's doing now. He's just using people, you know what I mean? So, and then that was cool about the Friday the 13th gig we had last time, because it was the origin stories of the icons now, like what happened, like when you're walking through that maze and stuff, where we're marking you with blood. or all that stuff, which is very delusion, right? Like it was very interactive, and which was definitely a challenge for me because I'm used to scare and go.
Yeah.
And now I'm over here like I have to scare you, create that kind of like almost tension while telling you a story and then scaring you on your way out. Next level stuff, man. So that was...
I'll tell you a little insider behind the scenes, and I guess I can say this now because it's been about a year. After we went to that Friday the 13th event and we did that whole kind of like interview with you, right? I got a message from Star, and she was like, hey, I just want to thank you because no one went up and did what you did with the chef, and that helped get more of the story that we were trying to set up for the season out. You were really the only one that caught the banners around the thing and filmed it and made a deal to talk about it and get it out there. So like I appreciate that. I was like, I was just doing my job. I was just doing what I thought was right. Like,
you know how hard it is to be starstruck and entertained at the same time. By the way, I was like, it's him. Do I have something to say? Not right now.
No, you're gonna have to wait.
I remember that to this day.
I will say this, bro. For something that was just on the spot, improvised, you didn't know what you were gonna say, and you the first time being thrown into a character like in this.
That's not a clown.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you did a great job. You gave us a lengthy answer, and you gave us an in-character answer that really was like, holy shit. I'm actually looking forward to the season now to see where the story goes to the end.
Yeah, we'll see what the future of the butcher and the chef is. There is rumors that it might still continue. Okay. I heard that I get to be a clown again.
You're like, either or have fun.
I miss the big top, man. Like I don't know if you've seen me doing like the human blockhead trick as a chef.
Okay.
So I take a 4-inch nail into my head around those tables because if I can't scare you, I will disgust you.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, you know, and then I have my sparkly knives and stuff like that.
Awesome, bro.
I didn't know that that's never been done before. I just wanted to do something that stood out from. I needed something to stand out than just gloves.
I think it's been done with gloves, and it's been done in, like, for example, like a room or like a section of something where people can just kind of slide something on it. But it's been restricted to just that section and just that you know what I mean? That effect. No one's ever taken that effect on the go like you did, where you took the knives on the go.
I didn't know. I'm getting goosebumps hearing that because I didn't know yet.
At least now that you bring it up, I think you're the first I've seen of it.
Yeah, well, because the only reason why I say that is because the Knots people that would visit started walking up to me going, we need to know that's never been done before.
Yeah.
You know, like.
You could do that with a bunch of, like, different props and weapons.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what I mean?
I kind of copied it from the sandpaper and the flint.
Okay.
But then I was like, how do I do it where it actually shoots projectile fire?
Yeah.
Because it's the origin story is I was thrown in the furnace.
Yeah.
So how can I shoot fire on command, right? And then I was like, what if we do a honing? So I hit up Steven. He's one of the makeup artists over at Dark Harbor, and he crafts things, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, hey, how about we do something with a honing tool and a knife? So what he created, Steven, your space case, the honing tool was the flint. Mid-season, I was like, people were catching on how I was doing it, right? So I was like, I need to hide this to keep the magic. And Steven, I hit up Steven. I was like, how about we put a little flint on the back of the knife? Nice. And then have the whole thing's 3D printed. The flint's in the back of the knife. The only thing that's real steel is the blade on the bottom. It's not sharp. It's a dull blade, so you're able to spark them on both sides now.
Okay.
And I was only able to use those the last 2 days because of fabrication, brainstorming, because I was like, okay, people are catching on. How do we make this hidden now?
Yeah.
So you have the sparkling knives. Some of the makeup department started calling me Sparkles, and I'm like, please don't let that be my haunt
thing.
name.
I don't need that a thing.
Please don't. I've lived my whole life without a haunt name. I was just Marv. You know what I mean? Please don't call me Sparkles.
No, we don't need to go this long and be called Sparkles.
Like, now's not the time to be called Sparkles. It used to be the Muffin Man because I got everybody baked. And I was okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is when weed was illegal. This is back in like 2005.
Muffin Man?
Yeah, like that was the that was the code if they needed to get higher, right? They'd be like, hey, do you know the Muffin Man? And I was like,
Muffin Man, I got you.
Yeah, he lives on Prairie Lane, baby. I got you, man.
Now, like, the Muffin Man is every other person in California.
Yeah, well, it's legal now.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm
I used to
saying,
be cool when things were illegal, right? Because
Yeah.
I never cared. Now it's legal. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't do cocaine jokes on the internet. So, you know, like, that's how it gets stapled to you for the rest
I
of
know,
your
that's
life.
how freaking Eric Clapton had to learn for a little bit. They came up with that song, didn't go on the radio for the longest, and then finally they were like, "Now we're gonna put it on the radio."
Well, remember he had a shirt on that said "No snow, no show."
Yeah.
and then I didn't know when I was a kid until I'd be
with
doing
the snowman.
Yeah, I didn't know, right? I was a
Yeah.
kid. As I got older, as I got jaded over time, you know, I was like, Eric Clapton did cocaine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're like,
you
this
know?
song makes so much sense now.
Yeah. Well, I only did it once for like 9 years. You know what I mean? So I can learn the metric system. But I just quit because I never lost weight.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point? Like, what happened? I just ate faster or something? This is probably going to be edited out. We're just talking about that.
You're good, brother. You're good.
Right.
Talk to me about what got you into this world of haunt and horror, bro, because it's a wild world for everyone.
Man, I shout out to my mom. She's super cool, love her, but
Yeah.
she's very conservative. She's 81 right now, so imagine my age and like someone older. So I was very, very, very sheltered at the time, but I knew that the things I liked, I was taught were wrong, right? Because it's not godlike or all that stuff.
Right.
A middle school trip took me to a haunt in the San Fernando Valley called Spooky House.
Okay.
This was back in 2001. Because I'm not like most teens. I'm like almost 40. And I loved it. I was like, how do I do this? And, you know, like as a kid, you always played pranks on your friends or your elders, right? You'd scare them, you'd startle them.
Yeah.
I was always into entertainment. I've always wanted to make people happy. And when I discovered haunt in middle school that first time, I just needed to do it. And I started making my own masks and stuff like that. This was before gloves was a common thing.
Right.
This is when you were in the know. Now you can buy them anywhere, right? Remember when you used to have to make them and stuff like that? Now you can go on Etsy. Or my favorite is Haunted Hills Productions. I love that. I love their stuff. I get their masks and their costuming on my free time. But, you used to have to get 90-degree conduit, clip off stuff. If you were bougie about it, you'd Dremel the edges and stuff, or shape it to your fingers. And then I started really scaring in 2005.
Okay.
This was before we got paid. You used to do it for a hot dog and a bag of chips and water, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Because we were just bored. I was like, it was 2005, so I was probably like 16, 17 or something. And then I followed, so the guy from Spooky House passed away. I followed the maze to Pierce College. Okay. So remember when Pierce College had that corn maze in the haunted house and stuff like that? Did that for $500 for the whole month.
Wow.
And if you missed a day, they would deduct $500 off. Which is... And that Mike Sin got me that gig. Mike Sin, I forget his real last name, but we used to play in a band together. But he's now like a senator of some state here. But he was the one that got me in there. We were doing chainsaw Scarecrow row. Nice. So he was the first chainsaw, chased them on that row, and then I'd be the second scare this way, you know. And that was really fun for being the basics of a corn maze. Right. Because you really had to use the environment and absorb it to be able to create the character to scare those people for 5 seconds.
Absolutely.
You know, no walls to slam on. You can't spark anything because you'll die. You know, like, you know.
Get on fire.
Yeah. You know, like, what smells like barbecue? Oh, the corn maze at Pierce. You know, and it was a lot more debaucherous back then as well. There was a lot of fucking in that corn maze on the clock. But this was years ago, so we can snitch now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, those crimes were already committed.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I can't do that. Like, they're all in their 20s, and I committed I have cover-ups older than some scare actors now. You know what I mean? Like, I literally have like 20-year-old cover-up tattoos, which means I already made the mistake even before you were born. And I'm going to go hang out in the smoking section and keep to myself, please don't be butthurt.
Yeah.
There is no substance in our conversations. There's no getting along, you know?
Like I got cover-ups over my cover-ups.
Yeah, you know, like, dude, I got a whole black leg. Look at that thing, man. I look like I got frostbite. You know, like it's over now, you know?
Right.
Like, but yeah, man, then... I did, so, like I told you earlier in one of our 8 conversations before the fact, I did Universal, I was a Maze guy. I did Knott's, I was a Maze guy. And I kept to myself because I knew I was going to eventually leave because I already had a career. I just did it out of passion and out of bucket list stuff. You know, and then...
For Universal, what years did you do?
I did 2011 and 12.
Oh,
so, that's when they still had sliders before the lawsuits and stuff and all the we don't want to ruin our diamond floors, you know what I mean? So
what did you do 2011, 2012?
Shit, dude, I'm gonna let you know right now, I was coked out, so I don't remember. I've only been sober 5 years.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So a lot of my early 20s was a fever. No, yeah,
5 years.
I'm not. Look, man, I just don't want my mom to be right, so she's not burying me. That's the only reason why I quit. Like you're not outliving me.
Gotcha.
You know, but when I hit 80, I'm doing it again. You know, like if I hit 80 years old, I'm doing drugs again. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember a lot of latex masks, a lot of we weren't allowed to do anything, unlike Spooky House or Pierce College, which is why I only lasted a day. Gotcha. You know what I mean? It was like the middle of opening night, and I realized this isn't really scare acting.
Yeah.
It was me wiggling in front of stomp boxes. So I just bounced. I'm like probably on a no hire list because they're really strict about that. Same thing with Knott's. I don't remember. I remember being in Ghost Town area, but I was also high as hell. I was still like 24 years old. Not on streets. I wasn't that good yet. You know what I mean? I didn't really, because I stopped in 2015 because I got married. I'd be like doing too much. But then we didn't really work out. I'm an Aquarius. She's a cheating whore. So that relationship didn't really matter.
Yeah.
After I got divorced, I went through this thing. And then after I finally really sobered up, I was like, yo, I wasted almost half my life. I'm going to do things I've wanted to do. And then I found myself, you know, doom scrolling in Dark Harbor, which is I've always been a big fan of, but never got to scare in.
Right.
So I jumped in there, and I auditioned, and that's when I met Star. But then I was like, why is she familiar? Why is she familiar? Where have I seen her before? Come to find out later, I was like, yo, you were like one of the peoples at Streets when I was in a maze for that one night and realized I hated corporate haunt. You know, like, because like I said, I'll just get up and do whatever I want, which is probably why I'm still single to this day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why are they mad all the time? You know? Like, what do you mean? It's your mom's birthday. I'm over here. My bad. You know, like, and yeah, man. And but this. And I kind of almost thought I was going to do the same thing at Dark Harbor. I was like, okay, I'm going to scare in there, and then a couple days later, I'm going to hate it, flake.
Yeah.
I kept going.
What was it?
I kept showing up.
What was it about Dark Harbor that was different compared to everything else?
It's the only place you can haunt with the dead.
Yeah.
The ship's actually haunted.
Yeah.
I've experienced it myself.
Really?
And even when, as an icon, you make appearances in the maze, right?
Yeah.
So I'll make appearances in the maze and stuff like that, and I'll instigate Jackie, which is the girl that drowned in the pool. So her real name's Jackie. The reason why her icon character's name is Scary Mary is because her favorite song is Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I'd be like, hey, Jackie, do you want to play? Hey, Jackie, do you want to sing? Start singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. That room instantly gets darker. Yeah. There's just a different, like, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, man.
Like an energy that just...
There's just an energy that no human can create, and it makes it just scarier, and it's ominous, and it's, and you don't get that with any other haunt, where you're stepping on a stomp box and wiggling, you know what I mean? And even, like, it's just, and the ship itself the ship itself, I believe that the ship picks you. Once the ship picks you, you can't leave. Yeah. I did a tattoo convention on the Queen Mary back in 2012, and that's sick. When I couldn't leave. I always found myself back there. That's when I discovered Dark Harbor, after doing all the other stuff, and then.
They should host more tattoo conventions on the Queen, man.
There used to be. It used to be called Ink and Iron. So I remember doing a suspension, and then Deftones was playing. You know what I mean? So it was just like static and moaning while you were just like piercing someone and like, hooking them up and stuff like that. And I was still in my 20s at the time and not very sober. I don't remember much, man. We should not ask about my history. I have no answers for you.
No, but like for me, it's like I like to hear this because like I've heard. This is what I like to hear because, like, I've always considered Dark Harbor like the Dogtown of haunts.
We do get into more altercations than other haunts because some of us call it Bar Harbor. Because it's a bar.
You're gonna get more. Yeah,
it's a bar with monsters in it, man. Like it's Las Vegas and the monsters are the tweakers. We're roaming, scaring you, trying to get change. You know what I mean?
So there's gonna be more altercation than usual at this haunt more than others. Yeah. I will agree with that because of not only the many bars they have, but the strong drinks that they have that they sell. Too.
Oh yeah,
like those fish bowls.
Yeah, no, we're blurry by the time. So by the time 9:30 hits, I just call it babysitting because everyone's drunk by then.
They're all trying to get food.
Yeah, and you're just trying to read the room because sometimes when you scare a cholo, bro, you better know how to throw down, baby. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, or you better hope security's right there. I remember. So shout out to the event staff, right? Because they're a lot harder than you think they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember there's one event staff. He was all banged out, face tattoos, everything, right? I felt safe around him. And then he brought his family in to show what his family did. Family happens, apple don't fall from the tree. The family might bang too, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, just to give that family an extra experience, I pointed at his sister. And she started, her defense mechanism for fear is to start attacking, right? Because that's the hood. So she was like, oh, hell no, where you from? I don't care. And I'm like,
I bet he was like, he's right there like, hey.
He was like, hey, this is my job, girl. Like, just, this is their job.
This is part of the experience,
And it was flattering because when you scare someone.
Make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's so hard to be that character too, because I'm so used to Fast and Chaos, where all of the icons on Dark Harbor are ghostly. So I had to create a slow character, and just trying to make a room uneasy while just like turning slowly. You had to just look like you were having a stroke under prosthetics. You're just twitching your face the whole time. Yeah. I make my eyeballs go this way so it looks like I'm looking past you.
Yeah.
So I have a migraine by the end of haunt, right? But scaring someone and their first defense mechanism is to gangbang on you.
Yeah.
That is the most flattering thing I have ever been through.
You know what, too? Like, it sounds to me like the last 2 years of haunt for you, 24 and 25, have been probably your most favorite.
I never left.
Yeah.
I never left. I would just be like, this is lame. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I have a career. I got to wear the costume. I got to
But like
take
now
pictures.
You're at a place where you love it. You're in a place where you just love being there.
Yeah, like I actually care about getting fired. Like I actually watch
you
my
care
words.
about your job. Yeah.
Because when I was at Universal and the other place for those one nights, I was saying the stupidest jokes. I might have been high on the clock.
But now they're giving you not only more responsibility as like a face character, but they're giving you that like freedom to kind of and you don't want to mess that up. You're like, well, I have the freedom to go inside the maze and outside the maze. Like I can go anywhere I want.
And that's the hardest part, because since you're everywhere, besides selling fear as an icon, you're selling credibility.
Right.
You're creating that immersive story for those people that do take pictures with you, that do stop and talk with you. And that's what's really cool about Dark Harbor, why I feel like it's different than all the other haunts, because all the actors get to speak. So now when you're walking through as a customer, it's immersive now, because a scare and go, sometimes
Yeah.
But when you're speaking with them and they're telling you the story about, I come from there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, whoa. Like.
But see, and to me, now I'm looking at, I'm looking at everything. This is why I asked about the past, because it's like, you look at your past and you look like at those haunts, you weren't having a fun time. You look at your future now.
Yeah. No, I've never stayed this long at a corporate job.
And you're doing it sober. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's just
That's
like.
probably why I stayed this long
Because,
at a corporate job.
Do you think that has something to do, like, for Dark Harbor, are you a big fan of, like, storytelling and lore and stuff like that? So, like,
yeah, I do Renaissance fair. I literally play a British Queen's Guard at Escondido. They ran out of white people and said, throw that guy in.
You're like, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm the Filipino Queen's Guard.
I'll take a drink.
Yeah, if you actually Google it, at the Escondido Renaissance Fair, it's like white person queen Marv. And I was like, I'm glad that they're all inclusive, but that's not historically accurate whatsoever.
Yeah, right.
But yes, I guess that's why I like Dark Harbor, because they're into the storytelling.
Yeah.
They're into the, it's so hard to not get enthusiastic from it. I'm already a loud person, but the fact that I'm yelling about it more and getting goosebumps just describing my experiences as a haunter, scare actor, and a customer, and it's like wow. It's like you're on the ship, and it's not just props.
Yeah.
And if it is, it was blended in so well.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and that's the thing is, like, they sometimes do such a great job of, like, is that actually like something that's been here, sitting here for years, or is that like, is that something they bought?
Just infirmary. My God, I hate that I'm not the icon for infirmary, because I don't fit that description, because that's one of my favorite mazes. You're just in there. So good. Even the speakeasy in there is one of my favorites, which you experienced as in
the Friday the 13th, the Valentine's Day one.
Yeah, so that was
the boiler room.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. 6 fathoms deep.
Yeah.
And you can feel the history.
Yes.
That's what I love about.
You can even smell, like, just the smell. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you don't need scented fog for the Queen Mary.
Like,
it's just the natural smells of it.
It's hard to really describe into words. Like, you have to be there in person to, like, get all the visuals, smells, like everything. Like, taste, sense, everything. Because it's like, you really can, like, you could taste the old, like, you could smell the old rust on it, everything. You know what I mean?
And like, it's beautiful. Even like, I saw a video of Big Worm even acting. I remember when she was in, I don't know their pronouns actually. Let's be correct about it. I don't know if they were in costume department the year before. They were even a slider.
Yeah.
And now they're acting in an immersive, almost delusion style event.
I put something on TikTok because they were incredible. I took a video of them, and then I put it with the Graceful Gale stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know motherfucker had a transatlantic accent. I was like, yo, you know how to do that?
Yeah, because like you take a look at them from 2025 season as the slider.
Yeah.
And then this character, and it's two different people.
Yeah.
Really
yeah, no, because they were a slider, it was like slider Billie Eilish, right?
Like, she got that a lot too. They got that like a ton.
I'm sure they hate it. I'm so sorry for even bringing it up.
They just kind of. That's why I think they did a response TikTok. Her and Kitty did a little response TikTok to that, but. It was something that they got used to, but yeah, it's something that I
mean, like, if you're gonna be that iconic as a slider, you're gonna get haters, right? Even like sometimes I hate Haunter's Night because the ego bums me out, man.
Yeah. I don't know how you felt about like the Sliders Unite, but I felt
that
like
was great.
Across the board,
we were all back. We were chilling. Everyone was cool because the people. Those were the people that do it to do it.
Yeah.
Not because they're like, I talked to some of the guys. I didn't have to get paid to be here. I was here to unite.
Yeah.
You know, and there were some talented motherfuckers out there, man. Like, just watching them scare, watching them. I was taking notes. I was like looking at my notes, like, I ain't shit. Like, you guys are great. Like, their comebacks. Like, someone told someone they were a weenie. That's why they smelled like a hot dog. You know, and I almost broke character and clapped.
How was it for you that night? Because you were also kind of a roaming character in that sense, but like that was the night they kind of gave everyone the free for all for, and there was no borders, no parameters. I saw
clowns in the feast area, and I was like, not mad.
There was like clowns in the voodoo area. There was voodoo in the freaking clowns area,
and that was honestly.
I wish they would do more nights of that.
That was meant for hunters.
Yeah.
That night was meant for us to be customers that night.
Yeah.
And for us that were working to be able to kind of like showcase our unique skills and what we offer to other haunters. And that felt really good.
Right.
You know, that's when the Knots people were like, I've never seen the sparkly knife thing. And I was like, I'm trying not to break character, man. Like, that was so flattering. You know, like, so that's.
I mean, how many times a night when I would come to the event, did I specifically go up to you and get footage of that? Because like I just found that thing was so fucking cool.
I was very flattered because, like I said, I was a fan. You know, I'm still am. You know what I mean? But now we homies. You saw me smoke a cigarette outside of character. Now you know what I look like outside of latex. You know,
the veil has been lifted.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now I just look like a big Hot Topic toddler. You know, like, you know, and but yeah, no, it was so humbling and flattering. But you did tie me up a couple times because I knew you were filming. Because I did get nervous. I did enjoy you. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's him. I might be on it. It didn't spark as much. You know, like, why?
Gotta do it again.
Yeah, right. So
no, but like that's the beauty about going multiple nights and getting footage. Is like, yeah, some nights you may not get the best footage, but then other nights you can go and you might get like the best.
Yeah.
I might get the best spark of the season. You know what I mean? And like I got it on camera, but like at least I got that one, and then we go other nights.
I wish that we called the anglerfish trick. So you know how the anglerfish has that light at the end of it? So I started calling it that because you know how some people when you walk by and they ignore you on purpose, but you see them watching you with their peripherals? So I spark it up. And then I see them forcefully look, and that's when I glove them. You know, like, you know, because they're looking at me. I got you, bitch. You know, like, that's what motherfucker do. You cannot look. I got fireworks up in there. I'm Katy Perrying this motherfucker right now. You know what I mean? So,
dude,
so that was
awesome.
Yeah, we're developing new ones where I definitely get a larger spark. And then we're also making the old one so I can still spark indoors.
Nice.
But we're creating new ones where I get one, just fireworks, dude. Grandioso, you know.
Grandioso, like, man.
Well, that's what Dark Harbor is, man. It's grandioso. Because you don't take it seriously when you're an actor there, because all you see is what you see, and then you see the dirty backstage, and then it's clean. We're just dirty people. Okay, like,
just hot boxes everywhere, just, you know, gear and like a bunch of bottles and drinks everywhere.
Everything smells like Slider gear.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like dry sweat, which is cool. It's like, you know, you get used to it. But then when you enjoy it as a customer, you're like, what the fuck? I work here?
Yeah, I know, right? It's a whole different experience. Like, I never got to experience, obviously, I've never got to experience the backstage portion of it, but like coming every night.
You will eventually, man. Just get scared, dude. You're like the guy. They know you. Just be like, hey, let me get one night and then strap a GoPro on me.
Dude.
And then we can have you in every maze.
Let me just get the meta glasses.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yes. Just be the bigger surgeon.
The nerd.
Wear the meta glasses, you know?
Or something, dude. We'll go with some character where I need glasses, bro. Like, we gotta go with something. I'm pretty sure there's something out there we could come up with glasses.
You should do like a maze a night 1 year as an actor.
If they would let me, I would easily.
That would be super cool. I would watch
something.
The shit out of that series.
Yeah.
You know?
I would love to. That could be a fun series. Let me pitch that. Hey, Dark Harbor.
Do it. I think you should.
Let's pitch
also,
something.
It'd be nice to see him a lot more, right?
Pitching ideas. You know, we can get the haunt going out there.
Right.
You never know what night.
Like you could do every zone as well. Like, how is it to be an actor in Dark Harbor?
Yeah.
For the whole.
Just don't give me a chainsaw because I don't trust myself with a chainsaw.
I honestly respect that chainsaw team so much. I respect every team so much.
Yeah.
Everyone has a very important role in haunt, whether it be maze, whether it be slider, whether it be chainsaw. Chainsaws, man, you gotta be buff for that thing, man.
I'll be like, if they need a body for the slider show, I'm there, bro.
Dude, Amy did it.
I know.
Amy did it. Star did it.
I know that one night where Devin had to put a impromptu slider show with like a handful of people, man.
Hey, shout out to Devin too, man. That fool be getting hurt and still doing it.
Freaking Chins McMahon over there.
Right, that was crazy. I thought, okay, so when we were at the Norm's or Denny's that night, and I remember seeing a picture of some fool's cut open shit, and I was like, what? You showed me, like, did some gangbanger get stabbed or something? You know what I mean? And I come to realize it was Devin's chin.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yo! Or Life Alert is what the rest of the internet knows him as, right? So you're like, whoa, that's cool. Which is why he's probably called Life Alert.
No,
you
know,
like,
he's a hazard, man, yeah.
Like, he needs to sign a waiver before he auditions.
Yeah.
You know, like,
sign the waiver. So if you get hurt or anything we're not responsible.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy. He's good people, man. He's also another person that says big love for the game.
You gotta love it. That's why we're on paid minimum wage, because the corporate knows.
Yeah.
Corporate knows we're gonna do it anyway.
We love the freaking event.
Yeah, Corbin knows. They're just going to be like, they're going to show up. I don't care how low we pay them.
We're going to, like, a lot of these guys already have full-time jobs anyway. This is just.
Yeah, they're fine. This is a
little bonus. A little something, something. Little extra Christmas money.
It's hot summer camp. That's all it is. It's Hot Topic summer camp. They're going to get in there. It's summer camp.
For some people, this is just their Christmas money.
Yeah.
Start saving it up for Christmas. Get their Christmas shopping done after this.
See, I buy all so you know how you usually give out coats and sweaters and jackets during Christmas? I buy them now when they're on discount.
Yep.
Like there's a $200 leather jacket is now $150 to $100.
Put them in the present fucking storage and then just
man, just
pull
do
them
it
out.
there. Hope they don't get fat.
Yeah.
Throughout from now until then, you know what
like,
I mean?
Shit, this is not the right size.
That's why Ozempic was a tricky year for me. I was like, if they're gonna lose weight, I can't buy them shit now. I gotta wait. I gotta wait till what their like final form is, like their Pokemon now.
Let me get like 2-3 months into this shit. Let's see where we're going.
Did that work? Nah, all right, my bad, dog. You're still sad.
Talk to me about. You said that for you it was the Return to Dark Harbor 2024, your first year back as a clown.
I felt so good. I got I have so much money in professional clown shoes, dog. Like I was even gonna get custom fake steel caps on the end of them and stuff like that.
So,
you know.
Were you just in Big Top, or did you get to roam as outside of Big Top?
I got to roam for a little bit, which was fun. I do miss the fast chaos of a roaming clown. But like the thing is, it was my first year back.
Right.
No one knows about me. I only lasted one night in one haunt, one night in the other haunt, and then I did Pierce College and Spooky House.
So it's just like kind of.
I was a nobody, so I kind of just knew to pay my dues.
Right.
I kind of just knew to just scare the shit out of the people. I scared the shit out of people as the pumpkin carver clown, bro. I fucking blended in the walls. I was tired of the Slipknot references, but whatever. 'Cause I knew I was just getting in there, and I knew that if people pass by enough, I will get noticed. I know I'm not to sound cocky, but I know I'm scary.
Right.
Because I go full Bruce Wayne. I use my fears and apply it onto people.
Absolutely.
You know.
And that's the best way to scare.
Yeah. You know. And
hands
then
down.
And it's man. And since I did a lot of home haunts and cheaper haunts, I was already used to hiding behind strobes.
Right.
So you kind of count the strobes, and you're able to move during the black parts. You know, so I was able to kind of like scrape a wall, duck, and then appear into another side and slap that wall. And people lost their shit. Yeah. And then you see other hunters like, wait, how did he do that? You know, and I'm like, nah, I'm skinny fat, motherfucker. You don't know I'm quick. You know,
I know.
Like, you know.
It's like you always like I'm a big fan of professional wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And so like you see the bigger wrestlers do all this like high energy. Like how are they doing that shit? Because motherfucker, they train them.
Yeah, they just look that way, but they're built like fucking, you know, Tom Cruise and shit under there. You know what I mean? Like
lift, they probably can eat too, but they lift. You know, it's like shit.
Dude, I didn't lose weight this season. I actually had to gain weight for the chef because I was trying to lose, and then Star texted me, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like he's bigger. Okay, cool.
I need to go method now for this.
Right.
I mean, you kind of went a little bit. I mean, I think it. In my opinion, bro, and I told you this as well, like, Ernie made a great original origin story version.
Yeah.
You are such a great redefining, like, new modern version of how they're going with the new Dark Harbor.
They wanted him to be sassy.
Yeah.
They wanted him to kind of be like if Anthony, well, I kind of treat him like if Anthony Bourdain had a baby with Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black.
Okay.
Right? So he has the movements, but then but with you look like you kissed the hot dog before you eat it kind of thing, you know, like just completely roast somebody.
Where he's just kind of like, he's been around for so long, it's just kind of like he's
why?
Over society.
What's your name? I don't care. Come on, take a picture, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's, it took me a long time to find him. I think it took me.
Well, let's look at that timeline. You started at the Friday the 13th event in 2025.
Yeah.
That's your debut. You know, you're kind of you don't have very much time to get a feel for the character. It's like 2 nights you get to work the event, and it's just like, okay.
We were all supposed to work the one night. It did so well, they added the other one.
They added the second.
And then we were like, I guess I have to take the day off again.
It was like I'm taking another day off.
Because I'm not letting anyone else play him. I love him so much.
So, but then obviously you do so good in that role.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
No, you do, for real.
Thank you, man.
You gave us a great interview, and it was great. And this is why I've loved hearing your story. This is an honest to God, like a true, like, story to hear, like, right here. Because, like, you've been through it all, and you've come back successful on top. Now you're a freaking key character of the event. That
was crazy. I remember, like, I'll show you the text message after this, man. It was like Star hitting me up for the first time. And, like, she didn't know that I already knew her from that one night I did scare over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I didn't want her to remember because I was probably not
in case it was a bad impression.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, like, I already did. So I was like, oh, that's fucking that's her. I knew her and her sister already. They were, like, tearing it down.
Paris, shout out Paris. She came down a couple nights.
I love Paris, by the way. So she's the reason why I got into it. So she's my niece. I married her auntie a while back. And now I shouldn't have said that joke I said in the beginning. But we stayed friends, you know, like I was, you know, I invited her to the grown-up table. Yeah. I gave her first hit of weed kind of thing during a Christmas party dinner with the family, you know, like, and then she was working Shacktoberfest. I love Paris, so that's my little niece. She's up in the mountain right now. And then I texted her. I was like, dude, Dark Harbor's around. I haven't scared, because I remember when she got her first haunt job.
Yeah.
She was Horror Nights, and I gave her I was like, okay, let's do this. And I gave her advice that someone gave me in Spooky House a while back, which was the less human you are, the less you work. Yeah. Right? So just don't be human. Find things that make you not human. And she was a Silent Hill nurse. Nice. That was her first scare actor role, I remember now. So she was like 18 or something. She drove to the tattoo shop I worked at to tell me, you know, I got my first haunt job. I'm a scare actor at Universal Horror Nights. And I was like, oh my God, thank God, because tickets got expensive. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lord, baby Jesus. You just came in at the right time, woman. I'm kidding. No, I paid. You know, like, I paid the $250.
It was like 2012, 2008, 13, around there. Yeah, that was when they did Silent Hill.
Yeah, so that was, I remember that. Yeah, she drove to the tattoo shop I worked at the time and just told me. She was super excited. And then, yeah. And then now she's like the lead fire spinner, you know, like, and I was like, because I remember blinking, and then next thing you know, she's like my age. I remember when she was like 13 years old. You know, like, when did you hit my age? Like,
I know. Like, it's just like time flies when you're having that much fun, dude. And it's like, now we're here, and like, you know, you had a great 2025 season. Now I think 2025 for you was the year to like really find yourself as the chef, because I think by the end of the season you did find your character. And
he was there. It's always the haunt thing, right? You finally find your character at the end.
Because you tried so much trial and error that you finally found what you like, what you don't like. You're already talking about, like, obviously you found, you know, you went 2 nights where you tried new props that worked even better.
Oh yeah, well the thing about those is I have to order multiple sets now because the Flint will run quickly, but that's also me supporting a local haunt business. Like, what's so bad about that, right? Yeah. So I'm down. I'll take it, you know.
You're like, hey, I'll do what I gotta do, bro.
Shit, right? All for minimum wage. Hey. You know, like, that's one of my favorite jokes when I know they're haunters, when they hit the tables up. Yeah. They're like, hey, you know what the scariest thing about this place is? And now everyone always says stairs, right? And I'm like, nah. Minimum wage. Minimum wage. You know, because it's man, we do it for the love of it, man. You know, it's my paid gym membership.
You also recently, to continue the chapter even more, you got to do it again in Valentine's Day.
Oh, that was super fun. I wish I ran into you there, man.
I know. I think we did. I saw you. It was like from a distance. We saw each other maybe for a second. Or I know I saw you a couple times walking around doing your thing. I was like, he looks like he's talking to somebody. Not gonna go up and bother.
It was kind of cool because I did get to do. It was more of a masquerade, right?
Yes, the dark masquerade.
I got to do some magic tricks. I got to do the blockhead trick.
The running it back March 13th and 14th.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that one, man.
Are we seeing you back again?
Yes, I will be there. I already. So the tattoo shop I work for is pretty upset because Friday the 13th
is a big deal for a lot of shops. Yeah, it's the best flash sale day ever.
But at the end of the day, man, I got let
It's Harbor,
the
bro.
Shit pick me, man.
It's Harbor.
This is the longest haunt I ever worked for outside of Spooky House, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like
and
like
the fact that
I never left. I never left. I was just like, okay, a couple nights and I'm back to piercing again.
And there's 3 Friday the 13th this year. It's like
so the ones in November after season, right? So are we just gonna do another one?
Can we just like the maze will already be up? Let's just keep a maze up.
Yeah, we'll just keep scaring.
We'll do another blackout maze.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I'm down.
Yeah, fuck my shins. Let's just do another blackout maze.
We'll do like another fucking like whatever the new maze is that's replacing Feast. We'll make that the blackout this year.
I want to know. I want to know where they're gonna put the chef if he's still gonna exist.
I know there's always going to be room for the chef, even if the chef becomes just a roaming character. There's always going to be a storyline, I'm assuming, where they're going to have the chef fit in somehow.
I wouldn't mind being kind of the Grinch of
where you're roaming around,
where I'm just roasting people while doing photo ops all day in a little kitchen area.
I mean,
that'd
like,
be kind of cool.
There's so many fan theories, or there's so many theories like going into.
If there's fan theories, I want to hear because I don't look on the internet. I just look at porn, man. That's it. So, you know, like,
dude, like lately for me, like I always think like okay, like what are you gonna introduce? Like there's so many. Can you introduce a new icon? Half Hatch Harry. Like we haven't.
I want to see more of Half Hatch.
You could do like a whole maze on that. Because that's a real ghost. Yeah.
His real name is Jonathan.
You could do a whole maze on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is like, because like the boy, I know the engine room is like right below where that maze could be. So they could do something where like right above it is like the story, and then you go right below and go see the maze.
Oh man, there's so many ghost stories in that. The icon that plays Half Hatch, love him, Jamesy.
Yeah.
Awesome person. And
did he run it back for also the 13th and 14th?
He was there as well. Excuse me, they were there as well. Sorry, I'm old school, but not old fashioned.
I'm the same way.
You know, like, I'm willing to grow, man, but I'm just
I'm the same way. Like I am willing. It's out of habit. Things happen.
Yeah.
I don't mean it like on purpose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm old school, but not old fashioned, man. I'm willing to grow, baby, but like just give me some time to grow.
Yeah.
Just like a plant.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that. You know, I'm old school, but not old fashioned. Like I know I'm gonna make some mistakes, but like let me work.
Yeah, like you know how much drugs I did? I'm gonna fuck something up. Yeah. Okay, like you know, like
let me fix myself. Like I'm working on it.
Like
we'll
we're still here, man. Like I was really high around that time. I don't remember a lot of things, man. I didn't remember this part either. You know, so now that I'm aware, please allow me to grow with y'all.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know, like
and I think that's what I've been like getting at too. Is like this last 2 years for you has been a big growth. Not only in your haunt career, but it seems like in just your life, you seem like a happier person. You seem
it's
like
because of haunt. It's because of haunt. It's because I loved it the first time.
Yeah.
I was able to be myself as whatever character that I got to be.
Right.
And then now I'm given the challenge of kind of being one that's already created while putting my own flair on it. Mm-hmm. But man, I remember some of the comments are rude, man. Some of the, not on your page, but some of the TikTok ones.
Yeah, you see.
And I'm like, I got called a waiter, and I was like, which is probably a better paying job than what I have now.
Just the tips alone, probably.
Yeah, you know what? Not even I shouldn't say this because there's probably people that are gonna call me this now, but there was so a lot of tough guys tend to kind of demean you as a form of self-defense, right? And they'll overpower you. And I know to not let that get to my head.
Right.
I know that all they're doing is they're deterring you away from them because they also feel fear.
Well, I'm sorry. That's a mention.
You're good. I'm really boring in person.
No, I'm on 4 hours of sleep. You're good. Dude, I worked this morning.
Yeah, man, you did it, man. You're making sure those things are...
That's back-to-back days I'm on 4 hours of sleep, so it's just like,
that's good. That means you still got a job, man. And you still get to do this.
I think I'm starting to become on like the Einstein schedule. Like I'm getting little sleep because the creativity is just like always like booming. I got to keep going. But
the first couple of weeks I didn't sleep because I had to find him. So I get that, man.
But like you were saying about like that, like I also feel like too, like a lot of the times people just try to do it to just impress whoever they're with, like their groups, and like they just try to be cool or funny. And I'm just like, it makes me laugh so hard when you guys just turn around and just shut them down.
Yeah, I call those the flannel people. The
flannels.
Yeah, the flannel people. You know what I mean? They have the flannels on, buttoned all the way to the top, but they're not really cholos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're like, they're
trying to act hard.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like, just come be scared. You're wasting your money. You're making an ass of yourself. Because when I was being a customer at Dark Harbor, I would tell the tattoo shop I'm with, yo, get scared, scream. That's what we're paying to be there for.
Yes.
You know, why do you watch The Conjuring or other horror movies? To be scared.
Yes.
Do that here. You know, this is better than a roller coaster, you know, because now besides scenery, you're going through a rush of emotions.
No one's going to fucking touch you.
Yeah.
Like, they are not going to, even though they make you sign the waivers, that's just more of a, I think that's more of a just a Queen Mary thing. It's a 13th floor thing because a lot of the locations that they usually do haunts at are historical locations.
Yeah.
So it's more of just like a lawsuit thing of like if anything property-wise gets damaged or if...
Oh, that's the only place I actually care about slamming my gloves on something.
Yeah,
because I actually love the ship.
Yeah, the ship's very fragile. Yeah.
Yeah, if I look around, if I'm a part of the maze, I'll make sure it's actually not the ship and more 13th floor. So you kind of tap the walls,
like a barrel or something. Yeah.
You tap the walls and see if it's hollow. It's 13th floor. If it's steel,
you're like it's the
ship.
Yeah.
And you know, like if the ship picks you, respect her.
Yeah.
You know, like respect the ship because that's it's the ship, man. There's nothing like her.
Yeah.
And you know, it's you just walk around it and you feel that sense of just like you're sitting in history.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful place. There's people that sat there with hope. Yeah. There's people that sat there with just a life of luxury, headed to state from country to country.
Dude,
it fought wars.
The one story I always share about the Queen is my great-grandfather was on that ship during World War II.
He was in the Grey Ghost and shit, smoking Camel non-filters. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
going from freaking Germany and back, dude. Like bringing prisoners back. You know what I mean? Like that
with
was
hope.
His job. Yeah.
I hope I see my wife, my mama. You know, like.
And like I remember, I think they've changed it then, but I hope somewhere someone kept it. Some museum got it, but at one point, like the original observation deck bar used to have carvings of all the World War II vets named. I think they had to take it out due to fucking like
people doing extra graffiti or something.
No, like code, due to code violations and stuff because it was old.
Yeah.
And, it wouldn't. So like they had to take. But I'm hoping that they took it out carefully and maybe preserved it because like all those carved names on there, bro. Yeah. That right there is a piece of history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that right there would be cool to just put on a museum. Just like this was actually on the Queen Mary. This was the bar. Like all the World War II vets before they got off.
Carving their name.
And my grandpa was one of the people that got to carve his name on that ship.
Yeah, I hope that's preserved somewhere because that is history.
Yeah.
They should open up a Queen Mary museum in the Queen Mary somewhere.
They got room, dude.
Yeah.
There is room. Like tons of fucking room. And
I stayed in there. I know how much I know how much rooms are. You have enough money to open up your own museum in there.
I know they have little areas where they're slowly doing that. And I know they're remodeling a lot more of those areas so they can open up more areas to the ship so they can expand areas to do more things like that. There's been more stuff within the last year what I've been seeing with the ship that looks good. Like they've added an escape room.
I want to visit that. I have the chance to. Yeah. I haven't, and I really wish I did.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed out because 13th Floor, by the way, is one of the better companies. And you don't have to put that on the internet, but I'm just saying it out of nowhere because I just remembered it. After the one night on the both places, I never did Six Flags. I think 13th Floor was. They're also really super supportive.
Well, what I love about 13th Floor, and a lot of people give them a lot of shit. And I'll be honest.
For why?
Okay.
Have they ever worked for them?
But like, it's not about work. I think a lot of people give them a lot of stuff because in the past, like for them, like events like the Hayride hadn't succeeded to what they wanted, or people, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like I love 13th Floor because 13th Floor has always done a good job of immersing me into storytelling.
Yeah.
And every time I've gone to an event, no matter what, there's always like. Even if the event is not maybe the greatest that year, there's always going to be one thing that I'm going to remember from that year that I'm going to be like, that really immersed me into something that I like.
No, that was, 13th Floor throws down. Because I wish I saw Delusion. I wish I was able to come visit that.
I got to do 2 years of Delusion.
How was it? How was the story they're telling behind it?
So the one I did was in 3, and I did 24. 23 was at... Pomona?
Yeah.
That one was the better one.
Is that where they did the 2-story high fall?
Yeah. Yes.
Imagine just being able to do consistent stunts like that at Dark Harbor.
Dude,
Just
in 2019, one of my favorite stunts that they ever did, 13th floor, when they first started revamping the haunted hayride, was when they had it at the original, the old LA Zoo.
Yeah.
And the trail for the hayride was on the LA Zoo. So like you went past the exhibits. One of the areas where they had like a rock formation, they had like a girl and she was dressed in all white and they had her hair down and she looked like a ghost girl and they had like the right like black light lighting spotlight on her and she just went off the cliff and fell over. I'm like, can you imagine getting paid to do that all night?
I would love that.
Dude, because there's a nice little mat right there just waiting for you. You know what I mean?
And just knowing that you created that uneasiness for that crowd every 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like...
I think the most exercise you're getting is just running back up the stairs to reset, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, now I get to take my time and fall down again. It's like, come on.
Cool. Oh my God, I would love that.
Can you imagine the exercise also you're getting? Like, that's some good exercise right there, dude. You're just falling, getting back up, running up, doing it again.
Dude, haunt is the only time I exercise by accident, because I don't do it on purpose.
Get your steps in, and it's you're not even paying attention.
And like stairs, because the Queen Mary don't got elevators and stuff like that, so stairs everywhere. You're trying to get from one scene to the other. I'm a tobacco smoker, as you know, so the only smoking area is all the way over there behind Voodoo. So that's
next to the porta potties.
Well, that's when I'm roaming. I'm just trying to smoke a cigarette. I get some scares in here. You know what I mean? Like, but that was man.
That's cool though, man.
I would love to put more immersive stunts into scares. That would be super, super cool. Just like, because that's what Dark Harbor already is. You're already in there. Because you're speaking with them and they're telling you the same story, rather than just the usual snarls and growls and the fingers on the face kind of thing. They're like, well, let me tell you about. And you're just like, oh, exactly. Oh, what's up with the ringmaster? I
think honestly, like, I love where Dark Harbor is going right now. They've done an incredible job, not only bringing it back successfully in 2024, but continuing the story in 2025, continuing the story with these little events throughout the season, throughout the year, to keep the brand of Dark Harbor alive, not only for October, but throughout the year. Like, doing Friday the 13th events, doing a Valentine's Day event. I even think you can get away with doing events that don't even have to be on Friday the 13th with this brand by this point, because they put such good production stuff.
If they were to do that, Dark 13th Floor should pick the actual dates of when these icons died. Dude. And do an event about that specific icon then. Because if they're basing origin stories, because that's what I love about what they're doing, right? They're creating origin stories to where you can actually understand the mazes better when you go through the mazes for the actual event.
It's like the characters have been there for years, but you're getting a midway through, you're getting a soft reboot.
Yeah.
But then they're still kind of the same characters. You know what I mean? Like, you're just getting kind of a different and newer lore. That's about it.
Yeah.
But the characters are still there from, like, foundation is still there from the characters.
Yeah, but like the day after Shipwreck. Well, the day after Shipwreck. Well, the captain wasn't really around until what year again?
Shit. It would have been until Dark Harbor actually.
Yeah, because there was Shipwreck, Dark Harbor, and then years Dark Harbor, then the captain showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah, because that's when Intemperate was still around. This was before Dead Rise.
Brad did other stuff before he did the captain. I've talked to him about that.
Yeah, I ugly cried when I met him. I was like, hey, dude.
Big fan.
Fucking holy shit, dude. I was still a kid when you were, you know what I mean? Like,
it warms my heart. I gotta get him back on the show again, too. I'm gonna hit him up soon. Maybe if he's not busy. The guy's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a real actor. This is a hobby for us. He's doing it.
For him to be a real actor, and then, I talked to him Midsummer Scream, and it was the year Squeaks passed away. And
damn, yeah, right?
Dude, he came up to me, he goes, since Squeaks passed, I went back to listen to your podcast, and you have such a really good show. He goes, whenever you want me on, you let me know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's coming from Brad, bro. Like, every time I saw Brad, honestly, that's how I feel every single fucket time inside. But, like, I try to contain it because I'm like, I don't need to be fanboy.
And he just, but the thing is, he is the captain. Outside of
don't get me wrong. Now, I will say
he is the Commodore.
The captain that we have now.
I love Lyndon. Awesome people.
Dude,
we're setting up a barbecue soon. Archon, Slider, everybody. We're going to do it.
I love the fact that he's taken this character of the captain, because it was hard for me to accept him as a captain last year, just because Brad. Yeah. I'm sorry, like it ain't anything about race. It ain't anything about any of that.
Yeah.
Brad, you cannot deny that Brad did that character so fucking well that for someone to take on that role, you can't deny that was going to be in a very intimidating spot. Very intimidating.
That was a lot of shoes.
That was huge fucking shoes to fill. And like I am so happy that this captain this year, more than anything, I think found his voice and his stepping and made that character his own.
Yeah.
I think the roots of the captain are there with what Brad created and everything, but he so much made that his character this year, and he made it the new version of captain. Yeah. Which and you know, God bless them for still honoring Brad as like now the admiral. You know, that's a big deal. He's
boss man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Pardon. I think it's been like 20 minutes since my last cigarette. My body's reacting. You know,
yeah,
like,
you're good, brother.
But yeah, no, he's. Oh wow. God damn. The ship's like, you're giving too many secrets.
Yeah, we're breaking kayfabe.
Wow. But yeah, no, it's... Yeah, no, Brad, it's... I think I almost ugly cried through my contacts. Like, you know, just like... Bloop.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you. Thank you for Dead Rise, one of my favorite mazes.
Yeah.
Actually, I loved Intemperate as well.
Dude, he even went over to freaking Florida to do Dark Horizons for them when that opened up. You know what I mean? Like,
see, I want to get to his level of iconship, like where just 13th floor flies you around.
It's like we think you're gonna fit this character at this event. We need you to go open it up for us. Like, we need you to be the media. And I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, no, I would love to get that form of iconship one day. Is to be flown around by Dark Harbor or by 13th floor.
Well.
And just, you know.
I'm gonna put it out there in the universe. Fingers crossed. We don't know anything, by the way. I obviously you don't know much outside of maybe.
I just get told what to do.
I'm
man.
I was gonna say the most you probably know is like the next event, and that's about it.
That's it. That's all I know. I was
gonna say.
Man.
So I'm gonna put this out in the universe. I'm hoping we get to see you this year at Midsummer Scream as a chef.
Oh, I would love. One day, because first I love scaring and air conditioning.
Just to like roam around,
yeah,
just on the floor, taking pictures at the booth. You know, like I don't even like even if they want to throw you in the panel, like just to have your presence there as the chef would be awesome.
I'm gonna probably reach a new level of stage fright. Because our icons are fantastic. Lyndon, Noelle.
Yeah.
Noelle's an OG a horror night. She was werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then Lyndon, I just found out, was also OG Horror Nights as well. So that blew my mind because
Star's got all these connections.
Yeah.
She's opening up the black book and she's like, I got all the Horror Nights contacts.
Yeah. She's like, check it out. You can act. Come here.
See, the thing about Star is she probably knows a lot of these people have been out of the game for a little bit too, and she probably gave them an opportunity of like, here's an opportunity to try something new. Yeah,
I lost my shit when she hit me up, man. I was like, because she even brought it up. She's like, you know, the Big Top loves you. You've always been a good clown, but we really want you as the chef.
And I'm gonna ask you this as kind of like the employee view of it. You know, you see her running around a lot throughout the night. She's every fucking where. You know what I mean? Like I was lucky to have a couple minutes with conversation with her before she had to take off somewhere else. And you don't think in your head that, like, she's paying attention. And when in reality...
She knows everything.
She knows fucking everything.
I was like, how did you...
If she's not seeing it, she's got people that are reporting to her.
Yeah.
Because I think she... And I know this about her. She's trying to figure out the formula. And she knows it. She has it cracked down. She wants to make that event the best it can be. And I know she can fucking do it because she's doing it.
There's
Oh, it's there, bro. It's there. That formula's there.
It's there. It's
there.
And it's Star. She's the real star of the show, by the way. Star knows what she's doing, and she knows man, I just watching her work. And like you can see that she's talking to someone, but her peripherals are somewhere else.
Yeah.
Watching her actors and her staff, and
she knows,
like,
bro.
Dude, like, how are you?
Or she'll be texting on the phone and she'll have a phone conversation with you, but she's having a phone conversation too at the same time. But she's listening to everything you're saying.
Yeah, no, if she ever starts her own haunt company, I'm jumping ship, all puns intended, and joining her. Whatever she needs,
I honestly don't think, I don't see, she probably, yeah, honestly, she would be amazing. But I think she's doing so well right now with Dark Harbor and 13th
no, she's the star of the show, man.
I can honestly see her being at Amy's level in, like, the next 5-10 years.
That's such a wonderful, I've never, like I said,
and Amy's doing incredible too. Amy's now, she's going off and doing other stuff. Like Dark Harbor was her
project.
I would say that was her kind of like her testing ground to see if they can, and that was a huge success. Now they trust Amy to do other things. Congratulations to her.
Winchester, right?
I think she helps out with that. Yeah, she helps us creative for that.
I want to visit that one day. That'd be super cool.
I know I know. Don't quote me on this. She may have had a little dabbling within some delusion stuff too. Not completely, but like she's probably thrown some ideas out there. You know what I mean? Like. She's a huge fan too, you know what I mean? She understands the love for the game too. So it's
she actually loves it.
That's what I'm saying. She
my
knows
first
the love
interaction with her, she was just like, "Yo, I like what you were doing. Let's figure out how to up that one ante."
And you know what I think about Amy too is like the way she talks and the way she acts and everything. She seems like she's from the streets. She knows exactly.
She hood as hell, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. And the reason why I bring that up is because you and I, we grew up in areas like that. You know what I mean? So it's like we kind of know there's a different respect of people when you approach them or when you talk to them, because like you just kind of know that respect of how they were raised. There's like that street cred of like.
Nah, she's down.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a street cred. It's just like she has it. You know what I mean? Like she knows that like street knowledge.
Well, she's an OG, right? She's an original gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And gays back in the day had to be a little bit tougher because there was more scrutiny under it.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of those streets come from too, man. I love her.
No,
she's tough.
She's a badass.
She knows
bro.
what's up, dude.
I'm a big fan of hers, and I'm glad when she came on stage in 24 to announce the return of Dark Harbor. And they had all this plans mapped out and everything. It got me. The way this woman knows how to present, it is second to none. If she were to run for president of the United States tomorrow, I would vote for her.
Yeah, dude.
She would sell me,
White
bro.
House scare zone.
Like, can you imagine like how fucking she would come out and just lay the law down, bro? She would just be incredible. But like, she could sell me on anything. She is a great talker. She does it, and like, then you pair her with Star. And you have
the biggest powerhouse I've ever. Yeah,
but there's more people behind the scene. It's not just them two. You know, you got.
Oh, there's Brett, dude. Brett. I love Brett, by the way.
Shout out Brett, awesome. Dude. Yeah. Brett. Every time I go to an event, bro, he always hooks us up with things. We went this past to Masquerade. He saw us. We were having a conversation with us. He gave us VIP, bro. He didn't have to do that. Like, we don't ask for that.
Now he knows what's up, man.
Because I still buy tickets for the love of the game. I don't ask to be invited out. I'm gonna buy it because these are events that I want to support and I want to see grow. And by doing that, you have to buy tickets and give the company your money.
It's like watching the local band and watching him get famous. You know, like,
you have to buy the album in order for them to keep growing, to make more music, because that's how they make the money and that's how they keep growing. Like, you got to buy and I don't mind doing that. Like, I don't ask to be invited for free. Is it nice? Of course it is. But like,
how you gonna tell me you love this place when you don't want to support it?
Exactly. Like, I still will buy tickets because I love the fucking game. Like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have bought tickets every single night of Harbor.
How much would you think you would have spent at Dark Harbor this year without being comped?
A lot.
Like, well, the thing is, it's not as much as Universal or not.
No, it's not.
We're pretty reasonable, man.
Easily, yeah. Honestly, but I still would have spent a good couple $100.
You would have spent it. You would have spent it on hookah and booze. You know, like, but that's why we're affordable, right?
If my entry fee was paying for parking. I'm not. And you know what? Like, what I love about, I've had many conversations about this with Star. Like, she understands the vision of like what I'm here to do. Like, I'm just trying to get you guys good press. I'm just trying to get you guys' name out there. I'm just trying to get you guys clips. If even one person looks at that video and buys a ticket, I'm doing something, because at least one person is buying it. That's
be like, what are they like in character? You know, like, I'm down.
You know what I mean? Like, I've had people I've talked to people. I'm like, here, watch this video, and then people go like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a ticket because I want to go check this out. You know what I
mean? I said it's the funnest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
As a customer, as a haunter / scare actor, whatever you want to be called.
Yeah.
You know, like I prefer haunter. I'm from the 05s. You know.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But yeah, as a haunter scare actor, it's one of my most favorite things I've ever done. Like I said, I'm known for no call, no showing, and I never left.
You never, and like now in this new. Since you've been back in 24, I'm assuming you haven't missed a haunt shift.
No.
Exactly.
I call it my scarecation. So I take a month and a half off. I crash on my homie's couch in Long Beach. I live a life of luxury other days
that's what I'm
out of
saying,
the year.
and yeah.
I'm homeless October.
Well, and that's the thing though. It's like because then there is those nights where like the last 2 weeks of the run, you guys are working. Fucking Monday through fucking 7 days, and but like that helps with
all year for this. Let's go.
But that's what helps with staying with someone else. It's like there's a few days where you get the 3 days off and then you get to recover. But now it's like,
nah, man, I waited all year for this. I'm gonna do it till it hurts. Let's do it. And you know what? My fake lip turned into a real lip. I'm not even acting anymore.
Hey,
you just stand there.
So it makes it sound the character even more. Because now I'm really in pain.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm really in pain now. Like, bad knees club all day. Baby, what's cracking? Let's do this.
Now, talk about the future. Obviously, this is something that you want to continue to do. It looks like something that we're going to see you more of in the future. Hopefully, we're going to see you, it looks like, in the next Friday the 13th event. Hopefully.
Right.
We'll get a phone call. Hopefully, we can see you back for the 2026 season.
I hope to be this. I would love to be a part of Dark Harbor, regardless of what character they give me.
Yeah, you just want to be there for. Like,
I've never.
I would love to see you back as the clown again. I feel like you just got started with the character. Now you can adapt on that.
Oh my god!
Something of a roamer.
I would love that. It's the thing is I love the. Look, mazes are fun. I love mazes because at the end of the day they walk to me. You know what I mean?
But like a lot of people don't understand this too. Like Streets is amazing to be on. Everyone wants to be on Streets. It's great. But what are people going to these haunts for?
Mazes.
Mazes
are the real star of the show.
They are.
They're the one. When I go to a haunt, I can't wait to go to a maze.
The scare zones are just to help you stay scared in between each zone. But like the mazes are the star attractions. Yeah. That's why you go. Yeah. You want to see what the stories are being told.
And some of them could be air conditioned. You know?
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm in it. What's up, man?
A little soundstage maze. Hey, Universal. I see you with AC.
I less when I'm less sweaty. You know? No, but I would love to be a clown. The thing is, so Dark Harbor does listen to negotiations.
Yeah.
Because I did ask Star, can I please be a clown for one night? And I got to. And I wish I got the memo because I have my own costuming and my own shoes. Okay, like I'm talking like legit professional clown shoes that look like Doc Martens, right? But they have the bulb at the end, real leather, real grip. Not Spirit Halloween, man. Yeah, like I spent money on these things. Yeah. I got Adidas ones for my hip hop clown. I got Nike ones. And if you ask a couple of people backstage, they're like, "Hey, dude, that's the guy with the fly clown shoes." Now I'm just the chef, But like I remember, I would come in different costuming because this 2 years ago was Dark Harbor's first year again, right? So that's when they were still dealing with the costuming. So some of us who didn't fit in some of the old costuming got to bring our own. So I was like, "Yeah, dude, let's do this." Dude, this was actually part of it at one point, and then I realized this is a cool outfit on its own. I'm just gonna wear it normally,
Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah, man, I miss being a clown. I get to do magic tricks when I'm roaming and stuff like that. The blockhead stuff.
They need to do that. That should be an act for the Ringmaster Circus show.
Hopefully one day,
because don't get me wrong, the fire is great, but like when you think of a Ringmaster Circus show, you think of many acts. Yeah, do a little magic, and then mix it with the fire. You know what I mean? That could be a lot of fun. Maybe do fire and magic at the same time.
I'm not that good. I could.
No, you don't. You're doing the magic on the side. The girl's doing the freaking fire on the
one
side.
Day,
Man, you got Paris on right there, just doing fire next to you while you're doing magic.
My niece and I have time to rehearse with each other.
There you go. No, dude. We hope we can see you back, honestly. But one last thing before we sign off today, I want to talk about your business that you're in. I want to plug that for you, man.
Thank you, man. I don't know if you noticed. I never name dropped my shop I work for. I'm respecting the haunt community,
talk about it. Plug it in. Talk about what you do outside of the haunt world.
I am a body piercer. I've been piercing since 2008. I got to travel because of it. So I was able to pierce up in Lake Arrowhead. I was able to pierce up in Miami, Oakland, San Diego. And I was told I was pretty reputable, but just like you, I have a hard time believing that.
Was it like places that you got invited to, conventions, or just like
conventions? Like I said, when the ship picked me, I was doing a tattoo convention at the Queen Mary. But my homestead right now is at the Dolorosa Tattoo in Studio City.
Okay.
I work with guys like Chris Paez, Sergey Murdoch, Corn Kisser, Dan Alport. So amazing names in the tattoo industry.
Right.
And I'm very lucky to even I just came from there actually. I actually like them. So I like hang out
over there.
Yeah, and, before this, smoke some weed. We can say that, whatever. Yeah, smoke some weed before all that stuff, and just hang out, just be with my friends. Like, I hang out with Disneyland with them. No tattoo shop usually hangs out outside with each other all day. Without rage quitting, we get along. So
that's what I'm
dope.
saying. You guys are a good group of people. Get along.
Well, a lot of us are veterans in our industry.
Right.
Like I said, I've almost been in my industry almost 2 decades now. A lot of us have in there. So a lot of them are parents. A lot of them are husbands, wives, partners. I'm just a scare actor trying to live my life.
And just trying to make a living.
Hot.
Yeah. Trying to make some money.
I never thought I'd ever be back. Last year was supposed to be like just my bucket list year and just disappear. Yeah. Work a couple nights and then.
But now you got the bug.
I hate it. I hate it so much because I make so much money in my actual job that I take a pay cut to work at Dark Harbor so I can be sane for the rest of the year.
So you hate, but you love it. It's like a hate-love relationship.
It's like my last marriage.
Yeah.
I hate and love it,
Like I hate the fact that I'm taking the pay cut, but I love doing it.
I've never not quit anything before.
Yeah.
I love Dark Harbor that much, where I actually am afraid. I'm afraid to act around corporate a certain way. I actually follow the rules. I actually give a fuck.
Yeah, because
so
it's
where
like
other places, like I said, I lasted one night.
You know what I think that is too is because when you came into Dark Harbor, they already trusted, and they do this with everyone until you ruin it for yourself. They trust you with that freedom. They trust that you're going to make the right decisions. They trust that you're just going to be an adult about things, but you're going to have fun doing it.
Yeah.
They trust that you're going to whatever you're going to do is going to be best for the character and what's going to be best for the event. They know that you're going to be making the choices, hopefully, that are going to be best for just overall everybody. And they know that everyone there's always.
I'm not trying
eyes.
to get the event canceled, man.
No, and I get and you guys, and honestly, like everyone does a great job, and I know like this, and in my opinion, this is probably the hardest haunt to work because of the amount of drinking.
I've seen, yeah.
And it's like
we're babysitting after 9:30.
And I get the whole idea of the drinking. That's kind of what made Dark Harbor Dark Harbor.
It's Bar Harbor, baby.
It's Bar Harbor.
You know what I mean?
That needs to be a shirt, And I know they won't sell it, but like if someone's got to make it.
What do you mean, dude? Just be like Bar Harbor, Bad Knees Club on the back and big block lettering.
But I think you guys, honestly, like, I think you have to really have some tough skin to work this job specifically at Dark Harbor, dude. Because
I'm pretty thick-skinned, and some people be hurting my feelings in there, man. Like, I'm like, ooh, you said that. Yeah. Ooh, like I was so in the role once that someone told me they were my captain, and I yelled at the top of my lungs in character, "You are not my captain!" And like the whole room stopped. I was like, "Oh my bad, dude. I really felt that, bro." He was like, "I'm your captain." I'm like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "Oh, my bad, dude. I didn't mean." He got it in my skin, which
man.
I'm protective, man.
Yeah.
I love Dark Harbor. I love the ship. Like that thing is.
I don't blame you one bit at all.
Yeah, man. I think I'm stuck. I'm gonna be just like Daddy, the Slider. I'm just gonna be that age, still scaring.
Doing it, man. Hey, as long as you're having fun, you're having a good time. That's all that matters.
Paris said it best. It's scarapy.
Yeah.
She calls it scarapy, man.
I know, man. It's funny. It's funny how she lives, huh? Because she goes up in the snow for the winter, but then in the fall she comes down and plays with fire.
Well, I used to live up there too. I was piercing up there at a tattoo resort.
Oh, nice.
Called Lake Arrowhead Tattoo and stuff.
Nice.
And so we were just like far away. I lived through Snowmageddon up there. You know what I mean? Like it was
all
cool,
the fun
man.
Stuff, man.
Well, thank you for having me. This is so much fun.
Yeah, and before we sign off, I gotta ask you. I ask all my guests, what's your favorite scary movie?
The Conjuring, first one.
Good one.
Conjuring, classic. Man. if you're playing one of the icons, I feel like that's the best movie to watch, to create, to kind of absorb tension. Because that whole movie is ghost tension.
Even the very little segment they have of Annabelle in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's all tension right there, bro.
And that's what being an icon at Dark Harbor is, because as much as you take pictures with people, you still have to be scary.
Yeah.
So you now have to kind of just have that tension in the air with your character. And I feel like that's besides being one of my favorite movies, the best one to kind of absorb it. You know, like...
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the makeup department, I have the soundtrack on, and I look like I'm having a stroke. I already have my dentures and my contacts on. I'm like, you know, like, but yeah,
it's going along with the fucking music and shit.
Yeah, because and I feel like when you do the faces in the makeup chair, your faces that you create on the floor, it helps the makeup artist almost like highlight those little features. You know what I mean? And I feel like it becomes better makeup.
Absolutely.
Know? But yeah, dude, thank you. This is crazy. Dude. I'm a fan, and now I'm here. This is the microphone I see.
The microphone. You know what I mean? It's the chair.
Oh my God! You know, like you're here in front of me. That's crazy.
Dude.
Like I said, the first time we ever met, I bombed the camera, dude. I was like, I don't know what to say. You know, like, and now I can't shut my mouth in front of your camera. This is crazy, man.
Amazing, bro. We had a great time, bro. It's been it's been a pleasure watching you do what you do this season. Again,
thank you.
I'm hoping we get to see you back for the 2026 season, but I know we're going to see you for sure at the Friday the 13th, March 13th.
I hope the chef stays. I hope Chef Boyardee stays, man. He's going to be dope, dude.
It looks like a lot of people had some fun with the chef character this past Valentine's Day for Dark Masquerade. Some new people got to play the roles of different chefs.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
But I'm the fattest one, which means I'm endgame.
Hey, you are it. Like that's it. Like it starts with Ernie, ends with you. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, I always tell him, you're young hot me, right, Ernie? You're like, and I'm fat ugly you. You know? Like, it was great reading that script, by the way.
That was funny. But no, dude. Keep doing you, man. And honestly,
man, like I said, you're like my haunt connect when the haunt's not going around. So.
Let's watch it again.
And then watching you interview the homies too, I'm like, oh my God, I missed them. I should text them. You know, so thank you, man. Thank you.
Problem.
Thank you for doing you. I'm just doing what I like
Appreciate
doing.
It.
But you are doing such a good thing for the haunt community.
Hey, man. Thank you so much. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, smash that like button, leave some comments down below, and subscribe if you're not yet done so, and hit that bell notification, be aware every time we put up a new video. I'm your host, Anthony. My guest today, Marv, a.k.a. the chef of Dark Harbor.
Stay cooking, baby.
Stay cooking, baby. Stay spooky. And we'll see you guys in the next one.